Do you know where your trash goes after it leaves your house? Have you ever been to the landfill?
We're here at the Levita Brown Environmental Park, and this is where all the garbage goes from Alachua County, where we live, to be transferred to the landfill where it's going to get disposed of. The building behind me is the actual tipping floor or the transfer station, and this is where the garbage trucks will actually come in. They'll drive up the hill and dump their load onto the floor, where it's transferred by a front end loader into a giant pit in the floor, and that goes into our trucks, which we use to ship that to the actual landfill. Each person on average makes about 5 pounds of garbage per day. So in any given day, about 500 to 700 tons of garbage comes through this facility. One of the things that when you actually get looking at this garbage, you can see there's a lot of things that can be recycled in it. A lot of cardboard, even a lot of aluminum cans, bottles, plastic. A lot of that stuff could have been recycled. Unfortunately, because of the way the legislation is, once something hits this floor, it actually becomes municipal solid waste at that point, and we can't touch it. Since you can't actually throw away all the garbage into a landfill, we do collect other garbage for recycling and to keep toxic things out of the landfill. And this is where we collect all of our tires, which comes from auto tires, small ones, to giant tractor tires. Also, we collect here is scrap metal. Metal is one of the easiest things to recycle, so we want to keep that stuff out of the waste stream as well, because it is still quite usable. If you look at the resource aspect of recycling, it is quite important. All plastics are made from oil, or the vast majority of plastics come from oil. And so at some point, we're not going to have that much oil anymore to be making plastic. So if we recover that resource, it's a big deal. Aluminum is one of the best things to recycle, because it's so environmentally detrimental to local areas to mine the bauxite where aluminum comes from. And so by recycling aluminum, we don't have to pull any more out of the ground, which is a very nasty process, actually. Some of the bauxite mines around the world are some of the most polluted places on the planet. So where we are right now is actually underneath the tipping floor, and this is where our trucks come in and they get loaded up. And there we have a couple cranes up top that actually will scoot the garbage into the truck and even out the load so it's not unbalanced. Once they're filled up to about 35 to 40,000 pounds, they head out and go to New River and dump the trash. And that's how it works.
Welcome to New River Regional Landfill. We're servicing the largest geographic area in the state of Florida. Once the waste comes here, it's got to be completely managed. If it's mismanaged, it can create some health issues and can be a real environmental threat. For hundreds of years, people dispose of their waste. They just threw it in open lands. They threw it in the woods. They threw it in streams. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know why. They were just out of sight, out of mind. We're a very wasteful society. First of all, we require a lot of packaging that all winds up at the landfills. And then also we buy products that are disposable. It's cheaper to go buy another one than to fix the one that you already have.
How can we reduce the amount of trash we send to the landfill? Reducing, reusing, and recycling are 3 ways we can send less trash to the landfill. Think about how much trash we could save from the landfill if everyone recycled. Recycling.
Can all trash be recycled? No! Then what can I recycle? Look at this! The keyboard fell. A piece of the keyboard fell off. There's only 3.
Let's look at some suggestions of the Botetourt County Public Works Department.
Some paper can be recycled, like paper bags, newspaper, cardboard, magazines, office paper, phone books, and gift wrap.
There are some paper products that cannot be recycled. paper milk cartons, paper or cardboard with plastic coating, any dirty paper with food waste like paper towels, paper plates, or dirty pizza boxes. Most plastics
Are labeled
with a recycling triangle.
and inside the triangle
And inside the triangle is a number.
As long as it is clean, any plastic with a number 1 through 7 can be put in a recycling bin. If it doesn't have a recycling logo, then it must be put in your garbage can. Please always rinse out plastic containers and metal cans to keep from attracting pests.
Do not put any of the following in plastic, metal, bin, plastic bags, bubble wrap, styrofoam. Can also be recycled. Botetourt County recycling centers will take all colors of jars and bottles, metal caps and tops. Don't forget to always rinse out your glass and bottles and jars. Please don't put mirrors, scrap metal, car parts, or wire fencing in the metal bins. This can contaminate the whole load of recyclables.
What can we do to limit the amount of waste that comes into the landfill? The primary thing you can do in your household is to recycle more. Be conscious of it.
There's not one easy answer. It's kind of everybody has to do their part in order to make less garbage, you know, from the manufacturer on down to the consumer.
If our county citizens are responsible for recycling some of the trash, we can prevent too much space being used for landfills. We can keep Botetourt
This is the Kansas Elementary Hope Club. And I do.
To reduce, reuse, and recycle.
No! No! Then what can be recycled?
Then you gotta say this, or this, or this, or this.
Oh! You keep breaking it.
Okay.
As long as it is clean, any recycling,
Start over.
Glass can also be recycled. Botetourt County recycling centers will take all colors of jars and bottles.
What about the rest of it? You forgot the
Metal
lid.
caps and tops.
And don't forget the bottom.
Why? Ow, I took my shoe off.
Okay.
Ah!
Stop. Sorry. Go ahead.
There's 10 more bottles. Why me? Ah, I got it in my sleeve. I want to make tin cans. Wow! Slam dunk! Can I reset? What?
Start over.
Can I recycle?
Wait.
Wait, I don't know.
Can all trash be recycled?
Can all trash be recycled?